What is up? It's your boy the Canologist. We're back with another episode of OSRS OSRS AFK training and code study sesh. So let's get back to it. We got to create a user. We're in the SQL query. Now it's time to write the API handler that will allow us to create a new user. So basically, we've wired up the DB to our application. Now we want to create a user on that application. Which is all fine and dandy. The context package. Okay, let's write this one out. Part of Go's standard library. What does it do though? Handles timeouts. Create user. The context package is part of Go's thing. Okay, the most important thing handles timeouts. Then I'll just do an example. User base DB. Oh wait, is that for me? Oh fuck. I wanted that genie. Okay, let's go to get more steel bars. Okay. So created a connection to the database. Now we want to create a user by going configuration database create user. So create a user in the database by passing your handler's request context to the query. Library will automatically cancel the database query even if the HTTP request is canceled or times out. The benefit is that it will save your server from getting bogged down by long running queries. Okay. Assignment. Add a new endpoint to your server. Host API users that allows users to be created. It accepts an email as JSON in the request body and returns the user's ID, email, and timestamps in the body, in the response's body. Request example user. Okay, so now we can go to here, back to the endpoints, and see what's going on actually. Wait, how many bars do I have left? Okay, so now I need to create a new endpoint. So I like to work backwards when I do these things. So I need to create a new post endpoint, so post API users, and create user. Post API handler func, and then I have to create something to do with the DB. Because API config now has queries, so I don't know if I have to tie that in. Possibly I do. It doesn't really tell you. New endpoint. So I created the endpoint. It accepts an email as JSON in the request body, returns an ID, returns the user's ID, email, and timestamps in the response body. Okay. Response 201 created, which is fine. That's pretty much what I could do here as well. API CFG. Respond with error, respond with JSON. I'm going to say create users. It would be just create user, I guess. It's all the same shit. It's always going to be unless it's one of these: API response handler, handler reset, handler metrics, middleware metrics, new decoder, validate chirp. I don't know if I have to point it to API config, because it looks like it's doing that here. So it looks like it's going to be another function that. So let me move this to the group above. Let me do it above here so I could look at the format of this function. Where the fuck is RuneScape? Okay, let's go here. Got to keep getting steel bars. We got to make sure we keep doing this as we keep going. And then it's always going to be the same thing. So it's going to be response writer r pointer to http dot request. One second, I gotta turn on the AC. It's fucking hot. I just realized the AC was at 27 degrees. I mean, the temperature was at 27 degrees in here, and it's 23 outside. It's fucking crazy. I've been just burning up here for no reason. For absolutely no reason. Where is this? So we got to look at whatever's going on there. Okay, so I'm almost out of ors, but now we got respond with JSON. So I have to format what we're gonna send back. Body split temp string. Respond with error. Error message map string. Oh, because now map makes the string a JSON object. Yeah, so it'd be map string, and then I just have to feed in the other items here. This would be map string or JSON encode payload. But I have to feed a map string here. Looks like strings.append. It'd be API CFG. Why do I get the shit events? I want to get the genie. User's ID, email, and timestamp. So it'd be ID, email, and timestamp. But where do I get this data from? Unless it's just ID. It should be response writer, dot response writer. It doesn't tell you how to query for it. Okay, what about the tips? Nice, okay. I created a user struct in my main package when I did this, okay. You can use emit JSON tags option to automatically include the JSON tags. However, in larger projects, this may be more restrictive than useful. I created a user struct. So this tells you how you can get user data. Okay, create a user struct in my main package. When the database returns a database.user, I map it to my main package's user struct before marshalling it to JSON so that I can control the JSON keys. Yeah, see, there's a huge hole here with this. I gotta think. Because right now it's supposed to return user data, but there's no email. I didn't fill the database with any dummy data. That's where I'm trying to figure out. Response retail. I could do part of it. I could go respond with JSON. W. It takes whatever that is. HTTP. No, it's going to just be 201. That's the code. And then I could just go byte. I could technically just do this. String, but I didn't create anything here. Well, it'll be API CFG. Handler create user. Yeah, let's just rely on boots because like these lessons aren't really telling us. So I get there's a user struct, but like where does it get the data from? And then B, like here I did myself there. What's the rating on this? Okay, it's supposed to be a harder one. Okay. Add a user's endpoint. Add a user's endpoint. benefit is that it will save your server from getting bogged down by long running queries. I might switch energy drinks too. I have to clear my Red Bulls though for sure. But they are low calorie, so I like that. I like that about them. I added the endpoint to the grouping. In main also, was I correct in API CFG as I saw it in the examples? Okay, let's put that in the chat. Okay, one. You're close, young coder. Let's focus. I want to spell in two parts. Well, we will handle this with boots in the next video because this one's going to take a long time. I want to keep these under half an hour though, at least, or max up to half an hour. Just because, like, I know people don't like 40 plus minutes of video in one thing. I don't care. I'm just going to try and freestyle it, but also keep it around the half an hour range. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.